I'm working on this figure of Pontormo and analyzing his drawings since I have a workshop about Pontormo coming in March. I want to introduce you to this very important painter of Manierism. He was the student of Andrea del Sarto, worked with a lot of Renaissance artists, and a master of Bronzino, another very famous and important painter. So Pontormo is very important because his way of drawing the figures especially, it's very different respect the period where he lives. The movement of the bodies, the attention on the details like hands and the face and dramatic compositions is making his works very expressive. He is one of the most critical style artists of that period, especially from Vasari, because he is changing all the religious art, drawing the religious compositions in very dramatic way. He paints with the oil in a way that it seems watercolor. He is using very strong, vibrant colors, especially secondary colors, paying very much attention to the drawing and to the composition. So let's start this work together, and in there I will show you how he did this figure here. So I started to sketch this figure in here. So the most important thing to capture in the beginning is the elegance of the lines that he's doing. In his drawings, the attention goes on the lines in the beginning, then very soft hatching in the drawing, in case of this figure I'm speaking. So in here, if you pay attention even to the subject, how he drew it, so the face is very expressive. You don't understand if he's smiling or he's worried, because there are two expressions together. So it was even very difficult to draw, because the eyes, even here, you see this eye is looking higher, this eye is looking to us. So all these particular details here are very important. I sketch it freehand, as he used to do, in fact, without taking proportions. And after, I'm going to shadow it. So even these lines here, the lines in the shadow, they are very dark, very wide. In here it's going wider, and then when it's going into the light, it's becoming very light line. As I said before, Pontormo is focusing his attention very much on the outlines of the figure. He's drawing it very freely. In case of this drawing here, he goes with the Sanguine in a way that he's drawing the surface. Respect the other artists of that period, he was focusing the attention mostly on the muscles. Obviously, from the drawings, you can see that he knows the anatomy of the body very, very well, but he's researching the elegance of the outlines and drawing the skin using the Sanguine in a very, very light way in case of this drawing. So showing the direction of the forms, but mostly focusing his attention on the skin. So an example on this drawing here, we can see the attention pointed mostly on the movement of the body and the muscles. So he knows that perfectly. In fact, we can see that he's sketching it very freely with the outlines, trying to capturing the movement of the body. After that, he's going to make it very smooth with the Sanguine, showing all the lights and the shadows, but in very smooth way. So if the leg is here, we are going this way. Then I can smooth it if I want to, but if we make the hatching delicately, they cross together and they are making this blended effect. So keeping the highlights, all the highlights we can cancel after with the eraser. So making this different direction, I am focusing not so much on the muscle, but on the surface of the skin. The highlights we can cancel after with the eraser if you want to give. In here I am keeping some of them already from here. But after with the soft eraser we can open up a little bit more of highlights on the surface of the body. This leg is going in perspective, so it's very dark, as we can see. Even if these particularities like the attachment of the muscles to the bones in here, we have two muscles, and in here he's starting the muscles of this part. So he signed it very darkly, showing the inclination of this leg. So this is the final drawing. I already start another one of Pontormo because I'm very inspired from him. Hope it was useful, and see you with the next video.